welcome to another episode of the McGonigal Podcast. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it canceled, but they keep making me do more. I apologize. I am very sorry, but here we go again. We have two great guests tonight. On my left, returning to the podcast, Steve Kain. Thanks for coming out, Steve. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And on my right, making her first appearance here, Holly Huff. Thank you, Holly. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me, Ed.
Well, let's see if you say that at the end of the podcast. You may say something different. But it's good. It's good to be here. Good to do another episode. We'll see if this can be as stupid as the previous episodes. We have a high bar to clear, but we'll give it a shot. Well, while I'm on the subject, as anybody knows, I want this to be the stupidest podcast in America, but I have a challenger. I just saw this week Monica Lewinsky started a podcast. Monica Lewinsky started a podcast. So I got a challenger. Would you guys listen to a Monica Lewinsky podcast? Would you listen to that? Could you imagine?
Of course.
Yeah, why not? You don't like dick suckers?
Well, I mean, in America, we wouldn't vote for Bill Clinton's wife for president, but we'll listen to Bill Clinton's girlfriend interview bad celebrities. I mean, that's where we are as a country. But can you imagine Monica Lewinsky podcast?
I think she has a lot to say.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she doesn't have a mouthful, what she's famous for. But so we'll see. I don't know. That's what I mean. Now she's going to challenge me for the dumbest podcast. I don't know.
You should have her on.
I would love to have her on, but
she could be on right now for all they know under the table.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. She was giving blowjobs to the president, and even she's too classy for me. Even she's too classy for me. She would have nothing to do with me. You kidding? That's the bad shape I'm in. Monica Lewinsky would have nothing to do with me. But
They know how many times she gave him head? Was it just one time?
I don't think so. I think they were talking that it went on for a few times. I believe. I don't remember. It's so long ago now. It's 1998 already when that scandal was around. But I believe it happened a few. Were you even alive in 1998?
Barely.
No, you were? Okay. I wasn't sure. I thought you might have been younger than that. Okay. But you don't remember. Obviously don't remember that.
No. But, I've seen the pictures of the dress in that museum.
That museum, that's great. That's a great. We got a dress in a museum. But that's.
It's at the museum? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was maybe not the Smithsonian, but it was.
I hope it wasn't the Smithsonian.
Did they go to a dry wash before they got it?
No.
That should be
is
in
crisp
the
and crunchy.
The Modern Museum would be a good place for that dress. That would be great. But the Lewinsky podcast. But listen, if you're going to waste your time, please listen to this podcast and not hers. This is way stupider. I promise you. We'll kill more brain cells than she will. I promise you we will. At least that's my goal. All right, another subject I want to talk about. I read where Hooters declared bankruptcy. Did you read that? Hooters declared bankruptcy. How did this happen? How did boobs become unpopular? How did that happen?
It's because they wouldn't go all the way. They just tease you. You never tip enough where they take you in the back room and they do anything special.
Yeah, but it was perfect for married guys who feel like they didn't want to go to a strip club, but so they could go to this place, and it was perfect. It was perfect for I can't believe Hooters. But did you see there's another place, a place called Twin Peaks, that apparently is doing real well, that is like a competition as Hooters, and they're doing well.
No, based off the TV show?
No, it's Twin Peaks, as in boobs. Twin Peaks.
I get it.
And it's girls wearing, the low-cut tops. It's almost the same thing.
Do they have them around here?
I don't think so. I was reading about them. I'm as cheap as I am. I don't go out to eat anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I was reading about Twin Peaks, and apparently they have. I'm not sure if they're in the South and the Midwest, but apparently they're doing really well. Hooters.
Maybe Hooters should have had better food,
Yeah, but I don't think the wings weren't bad though. The wings actually weren't bad.
I want to see boobs and eat gourmet shit. Not have some shitty chicken.
I think everybody just moved away. The society is moving away from the boobs and going to the butt. Maybe they just need a butt.
There you go.
That's true.
That's an observation I hadn't thought of. Or guys are just so busy on their phone looking at porn that they don't want. That's what it is. It's guys on their phone looking at porn.
They're missing the tits right in front of their faces.
Yeah, I remember Hooters was a big deal when I first came out. Woo, Hooters! We didn't have no phones back then.
Well, if they made it so and it was more focused on the behind, and if you gave it a tip, you could smack them on the ass as they walk by, and it's respectful. I would pay to go there.
There you go. There you go. Of course, you can just. Twin Peaks? Okay, that's the closest ones in Pittsburgh. Well, me and Katz will have to make a road trip and catch a truck to Twin Peaks.
Holly can go too.
Absolutely.
Butt, right?
If she wants to go, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be a great trip.
Yeah, part 2 of the episode.
I couldn't believe that the Hooters was how could that happen, Hooters? I mean, I'm old enough to remember you guys when regular bars, not strip club, regular bars would have wet T-shirt contest. Mm-hmm. Did you've heard about it? Or?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't. No, I
I'm
don't
old
have
enough
those.
I mean, it was little to get a regular, but not even a strip club. Girls, they would just wear the white T-shirt.
Yeah.
Nothing under it, and they would get the T-shirt soaking wet. And they would do this now that somebody would go to jail if they had that. If they had a
women
wet
they were dumber back then. We could trick them into doing stuff like that. And then they started like focusing on education and going to college and stuff.
When
and
they're dumber or more fun, it's a thin line between dumber and more fun. You know,
yeah, it is. Yeah, what do you think about all this?
I mean, maybe it was DEI that put the nail in Hooters' coffin. Maybe they started letting women with A cups work there.
You know what?
Yeah.
Some people actually were saying that. They were showing pictures of like fat girls who were working there and they squeezed into the Hooters outfit. And they was look what happened. Go woke, go broke.
Well, they have big boobs though. They're fat, so they fit.
Not always. It always stays proportionate. So whatever you are, the stomach grows, the boobs grow the same.
There you go. That was
wow. Yeah, God hates those women.
Holly's definitely the smartest person sitting at the table. I never would have known that.
Well,
I wouldn't have
in
thought
her
of that.
defense, she has boobs. We don't. So how the fuck would we know these things?
Still, you.
I get to see a pair once a year, so.
Lucky you. Stop bragging.
That's when he goes to Hooters.
Yeah, when I go to Hooters, yeah. They went under because we didn't go and give them money. This is our fault, you know?
That's true. We nobody blame but ourselves losing Hooters. Losing the greatest American restaurant of all time, Hooters. R.I.P. Hooters. I'm sadder now than when my mother died, hearing that Hooters was dying. I mean, this is just terrible. This is terrible.
Where am I going to go now when my mom dies to eat after her funeral?
That's where we had the funeral luncheon. I tried to anyway. The priest didn't agree with me, so he didn't come. But so I was reading about this condition called sexsomnia, where people are asleep. They have sex and they don't realize they had sex. It's called sexsomnia.
It's called rape. I don't know.
But apparently, well, see, now if you're going to get technical, yeah. But I was reading that these doctors talking about it, sexsomnia.
Wait, explain it again. Explain it again.
If they have sex, they don't even, and then the next day they don't remember they had sex.
What man made this up?
I'm sure it was a male therapist to come up with this.
And they're completely sober. No.
That's what according to this article I was reading, and on some perverted website I was reading. I don't know what the hell website.
So it's like sleepwalking, but sleep fucking.
Sleep fucking, exactly right. Sleep banging.
That's the reason to just keep your door unlocked and the door open all night. Just in hopes that someone walks in.
That would be the type of luck I have. Like, you'd have sex and not remember it. That sounds like that's something that could only happen to me.
Dude, for all you know, you've been fucking some chick every night the last year.
I might be the new Warren Beatty for all you know, and I would never know it because I was having sexsomnia.
Keep a camera by your bed.
That's the type of life. Yeah, well, it would be the most boring live cam ever next to my bed. Believe me, laying awake, not sleeping, listening to sports radio. That's what you would get. That's the only thing you would get in my bedroom. Me sleeping 2 hours a night and cursing at the Phillies. That's the only thing in my bedroom would happen. No action whatsoever. I don't even have a goldfish. It's just me. It's just me. It's
I know it's been a slow news week because we're talking about sexsomnia as the topic.
Sexsomnia. I saw that. I said, well, we'll try that. We'll throw that out, see if anybody thinks it's funny. I thought it was pretty. You're right. It had to be. A guy had to come up. I think Dr. Bill Cosby. It was Dr. Cosby who came up with the sexsomnia. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was old Bill.
Oh, dear Lord.
It may have been. He's trying to get back into society. Either that or it was some
he's done enough time.
Doctor from Epstein Island, maybe. I'm not sure. So did you guys see what Canada was booing the American national anthem at the hockey games? They were booing all the American national. You didn't see that? It was a big thing. They were just booing the American national anthem. The Canadians.
Why? It's a good song.
Because they're pissed off about Trump putting tariffs on they threatening to put tariffs on all the goods coming in from Canada, so they were booing our national anthem.
To be fair, if they played the Canadian national anthem here, we would also boo.
I don't know, but here's the thing. The only reason Canada's never been invaded by anybody is because we're right next door. Because nobody's going to ever invade Canada or fuck with Canada because we're right there. So they're booing us. We're like their protector all these decades.
Well, it's cold. No one's going to go to Canada anyway.
Somebody
we don't bomb cold places.
Somebody probably would have, but you can't fuck with the not that, when the big brother lives right next door, you can't do that. So then they're booing our national anthem.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know what a tariff is exactly, but I think
It's a tax. It's a tax. Yeah.
Well, that's what we do. We tax shit all the time.
Trump was threatening to put a 25% tax on anything coming in.
Okay.
So Canada was pissed off about it, so they were booing our national anthem.
Why don't they just tax us?
Well, they're threatening to have tariffs in retaliation, and it's a whole thing now.
Maybe we don't tax them, they don't tax us, and we just like don't do that then.
That sounds logical, but then once Trump got in, all that logic went out the window. That logic doesn't hold up.
First of all, you liked Trump 3 months ago when I was on this podcast before. So now you switch sides.
I didn't say I didn't like him. I just said logic isn't a strong suit. I didn't say I didn't like him.
Logic sucks anyway.
I get a kick out of him with the way he's like a comedian. He's better than a comedian. Some of the stuff he says.
You were being sarcastic last time. I thought you like Trump, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like this guy. He likes Trump."
Yeah, listen, but I mean, booing our national. We should make the tariffs twice as much now because they're booing our national anthem.
Should bomb them.
Plus, look at some of the bad celebrities they've sent down here. They sent us Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And they sent us Alex Trebek.
Alanis Morissette.
I don't know if you remember Anne Murray back in the 70s. You guys are too young to remember her.
No.
The Canadian snowbird. Oh,
Yeah.
God, was she awful.
Neil Young.
Neil Young's awesome. I love Neil Young.
He's terrible.
Oh, come on. Neil Young is
Terrible.
awesome.
It's terrible.
Oh, no. Neil Young is the best. I saw him 3 times. Awesome.
I saw him 3 times too. Before I knew he was Canadian.
Oh, come on. He's awesome, Neil Young. Now that's bad. You bad-mouthing Neil Young on my podcast. We've had to take this podcast down, Jim. Never mind Chickalocas podcast.
All right, I take it back. Neil Young is cool.
Neil Young is the best.
Yeah.
So I was reading with Joe Biden. He signed with a talent agency, creative artist. Creative Joe Biden. I'm thinking, what are they going to do with Joe Biden? I think he might play a corpse in the next Tarantino movie, maybe.
All these headlines are amazing.
I know. I have nothing to do all day. And
He found these in the comment section about Hooters closing down.
But can you imagine Joe Biden with a talent agency? The guy did nothing for 4 years as president. What is he going to sign with a talent agency to do what?
Well, I mean, but George Bush painted after he got done destroying our country. So why can't Biden do some tap dancing?
Wouldn't that be great if he started doing all Broadway plays? That would be hilarious. If they did a revival of Hair with a big nude scene, that would be hilarious.
Do you think he'd be able to memorize all the lines in Glengarry Glen
No
Ross?
chance. That would be great. The coffee is for closers. He tried to do that speech. The Alec Baldwin coffee is for closers speech. that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. See my watch, it costs more than your house. That's my fucking name. That would be hilarious. Him doing Glengarry Glen Ross.
What's Biden's talent?
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna put him on CSI as a corpse. It's the only thing he can do. What could he do?
I bet he's a magician. They're hacky.
And imagine him trying to write, like most presidents write a book. Can you imagine Biden trying to write a book? He doesn't remember 5 minutes ago. How's he going to write a book?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. It'd be like Finnegan's Wake, Naked Lunch. It'd be a real experimental
and
novel.
doing the books on tape? True story. Biden signed with a talent agency. I'm banging around every comedy club for 30 years. I can't get an agent. Biden's half dead. He gets an agent.
Be the president.
Yeah, he's the president. Well, not according to Trump. He didn't actually win. If you listen to Trump, Biden didn't win. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's goddamn right. Yeah.
He didn't win. It was too big to rig this time. Trump won.
Hey,
too big to rig, man. Too big to rig.
Too big.
Holly, would you go to a movie if Joe Biden was acting in it? Would you want to watch that movie? Is that something
1,000,000%.
That's something you'd want to see, Joe Biden?
You can't take it away from him that he's entertaining.
Well, that's true. He is entertaining. He'd be like Mr. Bean. You remember the show Mr. Bean on HBO years back? Mr. Bean. Yeah, maybe he could do that.
Yeah.
Maybe he could do it like a Larry David with the circus music. Yeah, maybe he could do. I guess I take it back. Maybe he could be kind of entertaining. Reality show. Put him on a Real Housewives. Have him wandering around with those women.
That would be, what about like a reality show of all the living former presidents?
That would be great. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
It's a real life.
In the house, and they're all breaking Barack Obama's balls about Michelle maybe having a penis. That would be hilarious. That would be, and Bush painting everybody. Clinton trying to sneak his girlfriends in the back door. That was Holly. You're onto something. Holly should be working in Hollywood. She came up with something great.
You really think she had a penis, Michelle?
No, but it's funny though. I don't think she did. But it's funny to think that she might have. Come on, it is funny. Some people call him Big Mike. They call him Big Mike.
I think it's 50-50. I don't know.
I don't think she did, but it's still funny. You gotta.
Yeah, it probably hurts her feelings, and I like that. You know?
I don't think Biden ever shit his pants either, but that's funny too. It's just funny, even if it didn't happen.
Well, I mean, most people shit their pants at some point in their adult life just by accident. So I'm sure he has. You know.
Wow. Yeah, maybe. I guess you got a point. maybe he did. I don't know, the poor guy.
I could see him being the kind of guy that walks around all day with jizz stain in his pants that he just doesn't clean up.
Well, he wouldn't be the first president. I mean, Clinton, Kennedy, certainly wouldn't be the first president. Calvin Coolidge. They were all pretty wild. So the big thing that I'm reading about is the price of eggs. The price of eggs are skyrocketing. It's cheaper to buy. Apparently, it's cheaper to buy cocaine now than it is to buy a dozen eggs. I don't know if you. I don't. I'm too cheap. I just buy cereal. I'm too cheap.
I'm gonna say I don't eat healthy. I don't know what the fucking
I just buy the cheapest cereal in the supermarket, so I don't have to worry about eggs. But
yeah, chocolate eggs are the same price they've always been. So.
Have you bought eggs, lady? Either one of you bought eggs?
I always buy the ridiculously expensive eggs anyway, so they've actually stayed the same price for me.
Wow. I mean, Egg McMuffins, it's cheaper to buy an 8-ball than buy an Egg McMuffin, apparently. I mean, people are going crazy about the price of eggs.
Why are they so expensive?
Because the bird flu.
Yeah, they're saying the bird flu, and so it's so hard to
get
out.
They have to execute the chicken. They're like lining them up and shooting them.
Just bake. Oh, I get it. So the birds are dying, so you can't produce more eggs. The eggs can't produce more chickens, and then
right.
fuck.
There
was a lady that just got the bird flu. Somewhere.
Wow.
Oh,
so it's starting.
First got
Planet of the Chickens.
I would love to get the bird flu and get that kind of publicity for the podcast. People would tune in. Hey, let's see that failed
The second person with bird flu.
Yeah, let's see that failed comedian who has bird flu. That would be an awesome. I might just start that rumor now just to get people tuning into the podcast. That
I mean, you got the microphone.
There you go.
Just go get it, Just go get some chickens.
How cool would that be?
What do you have to do? Like fuck a chicken to get the bird flu?
Probably.
Probably.
Maybe eat
maybe if you have that sexsomnia, you could fuck a chicken
and
remember and get bird flu.
That's probably how it's going to start.
That would be awesome.
Shit.
Again, that would be awesome. But I mean, thank God I don't buy eggs because I'm way too cheap. I'm just buying Captain Crunch.
How much do they cost now?
What?
Eggs.
They're saying they're like $11 or $12 a dozen.
No, the ones I bought, I actually bought eggs at Whole Foods today, and it was the expensive ones, and I think they were $11. So I would have to say the cheap ones would probably be like $6 or $7.
Okay, that's what they were showing on the news. They were showing these ladies going, "Can you believe this price?"
Okay, well, a pack of Newports costs like $12 now. Nobody cares, but all of a sudden eggs are $11, and people are upset.
That's how much cigarettes are now.
I think so.
I've never smoked that. I wouldn't have any clue how much a pack of cigarettes costs. Well, it's not cheap.
Those are addictive. Eggs aren't even addictive,
Well, if you
don't need eggs.
If you want to get lung cancer, you have to pay. And we're not just going to give you free lung cancer. You have to pay through the nose.
People are paying to get bird flu from these.
Now they are. Now they certainly are. They certainly are. So, have you guys ever been like further upstate in Pennsylvania and gone to a Sheetz convenience store? Ever been to a Sheetz?
Yeah.
I think I've been in one time.
I said this before and people got mad. I think they're better than Wawa. I think Sheetz are better than Wawa. I don't know. I like them. Jim, you've been in a lot of Sheetz, haven't you? Yep. You like them?
I like Heritage's better.
Who?
Oh, Heritage's.
Heritage's. Wow, I don't think I've ever been in a Heritage, but no, I thought the Sheetz were really cool.
Why? I don't think it's it's the same exact thing.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the Wawas, especially like in a city, are getting run down. I guess because it maybe.
Yeah, in the city.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Sheetz are in areas that really aren't that urban. Most of the places. So I don't know. I thought now they're trying to put one in Montgomery County. They're afraid it's going to start a war.
Get that shit out of here.
A Sheetz Wawa war.
Well, that was Royal Farms was trying to come in for a while, and a lot of them haven't been doing well.
There was one on Aramingo Avenue. I don't know if it's still there, Royal Farms. What's that? Still there, yeah. There was one on on Aramago Avenue. But I don't know. I thought the Sheets were nicer than Wawa.
Sheets is too close to Shits, And besides that,
Well,
Wawa has like subs and Sheets has like chicken
The
tenders.
funny thing is, it's called Sheets, but it's 7-Eleven actually will give you the shits if you go to 7-Eleven.
yeah, 7-Eleven's. That's legit. That's like the hardcore junkie convenience store person.
Going into 7-Eleven in the city, I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't.
I went to a Super Bowl party once a couple years ago, and they told me to bring something, so I brought a pizza from 7-Eleven. I thought that'd be the shittiest pizza to ever bring to a party.
And were people mad?
Yeah, they were annoyed by it because I was supposed to be the pizza person.
I'm sure they were mad.
Yeah.
And those A+ markets, you probably taking your life in your hands. You're going to one of those A+ markets. You ever see them around Philadelphia? They were next with the Sunoco gas station, A+ markets. I don't know. I wouldn't go in one.
I don't go to Philadelphia.
Well, I don't blame you. I feel bad inviting you over here. I know you're from Jersey, both of you.
I felt bad getting invited over here.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you were mad about it. I wouldn't have blamed you if you turned it down and said, "Look, I'm not coming to that shitty city." I wouldn't have blamed you.
This is a nice area of Philadelphia, though.
This isn't bad,
was.
but I mean, you go anywhere in Philadelphia, you go 2 blocks, you're in a bad neighborhood. That doesn't matter where. Anywhere in Philadelphia, it's bad. But I just thought I'd put my plug in for Sheets as we're doing this.
Yeah, what did that have to do with the news, really?
I just thought I'd put a plug in. We started off with Monica Lewinsky in a podcast. We get the Sheets,
How's the Sheets bathroom?
Sheets.
That I didn't check out the Sheets bathroom, so I don't know.
That's the Sheets Wawa's the #1 place to take a shit on the road, so you really have to do
that's
it.
true. You got to run into a Sheets or a Wawa. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. I rented a car recently, and I never had this experience before. It was a keyless car. No key. You had to put your foot on the brake and press a button to start the car. Do you have a car like that? Or?
My mom does.
I felt like I went to the Jetsons or something. I was in the future. There's no key. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, it's bad news. If you forget the little key knob thing, you're just fucked. You know.
Well, yeah. If you forget a key, you're fucked too.
Well, that's true. That's true too.
I guess. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Damn it.
Have you ever driven a keyless car, huh?
No, I've got a 2018, so I think it was like I got in like right before they started doing that.
My car's a 2015, and I was like, I'm in this car. Like, what the hell's it? Where's the guy, the rental agency's explaining to me? Now you just step on it. I said, what?
Just why? Like, was somebody out there who was like having issues? She's like, I can't get this fucking key.
I don't know why they
fucking
decided to
ignition.
make cars without keys. I don't know. Thank God my father ran. He would probably refuse to drive the damn thing the way he was. It's weird. I mean, it takes some getting used to you, because once you get in the car, you got to make sure to put the key in your pocket so you don't leave it in there. You need it to unlock the car, but then you get in there, you don't need it. It's just weird. I don't know. It's just I felt like I was propelled in the Star Wars or something. I was into the future. I was looking for stormtroopers or something. I don't like a keyless car. I don't like change. I like everything.
They can drive themselves now too.
And I'll tell you what else I did. Well, I'll get to it. But so did you see where Trump wants to change the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America?
He did it, right? It's done.
He
Yeah, it's on the map.
Gulf of America. This is like his thing with Canada. He just likes to fuck with people. He can't leave people.
Should have changed golf to golf with an O.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But he's going to change the term "dirty Sanchez" to "dirty Abraham Lincoln." I think it's going to be. He's gonna, Montezuma's revenge is going to be Nancy Pelosi's revenge. I mean, everything. Did he really have to change it? I mean, I know he likes to fuck with people. Did he really have to change Gulf of Mexico? No.
That's the only thing that he's done so far that I was actually like, all right, that's kind of cool.
That was really cool.
It is pretty
history.
funny that he Gulf of America. He just loves the
just big dick energy, you know.
He must have been a guy in his prep school and college who just started fucking with some other kid, and just for no reason. You know, there's always that guy in class. Just fuck with somebody for Trump was that guy. He must have been.
Hell yeah, definitely. I hope so.
He's brutal. He really is. He can't leave anybody alone. It is funny though. You got to admit he is funny.
I don't really know what like a Gulf of Mexico is or what a tariff is, but I'm just.
I don't know what the Gulf of Mexico is either. I'm so bad at geography. I know it's somewhere not near me. That's
it's in
all
Mexico,
I know.
right?
I think
it's in America.
It's around Florida, the southern states.
Then why would
Mexico.
we call it the Gulf of Mexico then?
Because I guess it goes into Mexico too. I don't know.
It does.
It sounds like he made the right choice.
Holly proving
It's
again.
the one thing that I'm okay with him doing.
She's the smartest person at the table. I told you. Again, I don't know what a Gulf is. I don't know what a tariff is. I repeat it because I see it on the news and it sounds good, but I'll be damned if I know what any of it is. I have no clue what any of it is.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. When someone makes a post online, I just like it regardless of what they say because they're going to like me after I do that. So that's
there's an idea, just liking posts for no reason. Like, So I'm reading these articles, though, all congratulating Taylor Swift for being a great tipper. She tips great. She's a great tipper. She tips everybody. Everybody works. They give big tips.
What kind of advice does she give them? You like that? Yeah.
You sound like Trump. But here's the thing, I had aunts who were good tippers. They weren't good songwriters either. They were the same as her. They were good tippers and bad songwriters. So I know a lot of people just like her. It doesn't make her that unique. She's a great tipper. Yeah, but she's a singer. She should concentrate more on the singing than she should the tipping. Anybody can be a good tipper.
All you gotta do is give 30%.
I mean, if she's putting all her energy into tipping, I think that's the problem with the albums. Is she's putting all his energy into tipping and not the albums. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me.
Is she Canadian?
Huh?
She has like a Canadian vibe to
she's
her.
from
She's
Pennsylvania.
from Pennsylvania, out by Reading. She grew up out, was it Why Missing or something like that? I know it's out by Reading.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's a shame.
But talking about her being a big tipper, which is nice, but it doesn't do much for her music. It doesn't improve her music.
You don't like her music?
No, I like Neil Young. I like good music.
I like Taylor Swift.
Come on, really? Are you a Swiftie, Holly?
And I've only heard a couple of the big songs.
Okay.
I know I look like I would be her prime demographic.
Yeah, I figured you would be. I mean, Holly must be. I didn't want to get in a fight here. Holly would pour water on me or something. Like these Swifties get pretty angry.
Yeah.
They get really angry if you say something. Like somebody said something. I forget what it was. Some restaurant or somebody said something. They got ganged up on online, like and the restaurant got ganged up on. They had to beg for mercy. From the Swifties.
From the Taylor Swift.
From the Swifties.
I like that kind of cult mentality.
Yeah, me too. That's cool.
She could take down this whole country if she wanted to.
Yeah, she probably could. She probably really could get Canada to tariffs if she did it. But
you know who else could? Guy Fieri. From the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives show.
I'm not. I know who he is, but I'm not that familiar with him.
He's got restaurants all over the country. He could just unite them and take us over if he really wanted to.
You could have underground tunnels from one to the other.
Easily.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I'm so cheap. I don't eat out, so I don't know who Guy Fieri is. I don't know anything about
He's
restaurants.
the guy who sings
watch
for
it.
Smash Mouth.
That's
He does look like the guy who sings for Smash Mouth. Guy Fieri. But I don't know. They're saying how she's a good tipper. I guess that's good, but it doesn't improve the music any.
Well, she should have went to Hooters and helped them out.
There you go. Well, no, she wouldn't fit in Hooters. I don't think she would fit in. I mean, she might look okay in that outfit.
I just meant she can go and tip those ladies.
There you go.
It's got a callback,
Bingo.
all she would have had to say is everybody go to Hooters, and they would have gone to
Exactly
Hooters.
right. Yeah. Any restaurant.
So you're saying it's her fault, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of blaming everything on Taylor Swift. Everything wrong in the country, you should blame on Taylor Swift. It's just my opinion. And I said that with Jason Kelsey, who's sitting right behind me. So he's not come at me. I shouldn't say that with Jason Kelsey. So did you guys see that video of the kayaker who got swallowed by the whale? And then the whale spit him back out?
Oh.
No, he got swallowed by the whale, and then after like a second, he was inside the whale's mouth. The whale spit him back out. It was a video. It went viral.
What kind of whale?
I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know what kind of. I'm the last guy who know what kind of. You're supposed to be smart.
It wasn't like a killer whale, because they'll kill you.
Apparently not. It was one who didn't like the taste of kayakers. Apparently, it was kayakers, but he spit it back. And they were interviewing a guy after. I was inside the whale. Here it is.
Oh.
Oh wow.
I haven't seen this.
Watch, the whale's going to come up and swallow the guy. There's the whale swallowing the guy.
Okay, well.
That's a humpback.
And then he spits him out. And he spits the guy back
Yeah,
out.
because they only eat like plankton and algae.
The Simpsons did it, and the Holy Bible did it. Both. So,
Yeah.
It's kind of...
Didn't Pinocchio get swallowed by a whale?
Yeah,
did.
Pinocchio did too,
got
yeah.
swallowed by, I thought
did.
so, yeah. But
Not original.
That,
Not original.
That's amazing. You imagine that story the rest of your life. He's gonna be boring people. Yeah, I got swallowed by a whale. Yeah, we heard that story already, Fred.
Yeah.
You got swallowed by a whale. That's great, Fred. What else can you do for us?
Yeah.
You got swallowed
Nothing
by
else
a
will be
whale.
important for the rest of his life.
Nothing will be every time somebody says, "Yeah, that's fine," but I got swallowed by a whale.
It's a shame it wasn't a sperm whale. It was just a joke there.
The
somewhere,
sperm whale who had sexsomnia and was having sex with nobody and didn't remember the next day. That would be awesome.
We are just building these jokes like a transformer into one big joke.
Exactly. So recently, I can't even. I went for years I had a flip phone. I don't know if I think you might have said something the last time I was here about my flip phone. Or something. Most people make fun of me. I decided to buy a smartphone. So I go to the Verizon store, and apparently I've had my plan so long that I had everything on one bill. I had my cell phone, my house phone, and my high-speed internet on one bill. And they told me at Verizon, we don't do this anymore. You have, how old is this plan? We don't have everything on one bill. I said, well, I don't know. This is what I've had this for over 20 years. Now I want to upgrade to a smartphone. And the Verizon store in Northeast Philly told me, we can't do that. We don't know how to help you. We don't know how to separate. We can't. They couldn't sell me a smartphone. It's 2025, and they were telling me that I couldn't buy a smartphone.
Do you still have your flip phone?
No. But so what happened was I was there for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and they couldn't sell me a smartphone. I said, this is absurd. And with this 2020, you can't sell me a smartphone. So they told me I had to go to another store because that store was a corporate store. This was just like a contract that wasn't really a Verizon store, but they had a big sign that said Verizon. So I was supposed to know they weren't a Verizon store, but they weren't. So I had to, the next day, go to the other store. And at first, they weren't going to help me either. They were saying the same thing. You still have everything on one bill? That's from the Stone Age. I don't know how to help you. But then they figured out how they could sell me a prepaid Motorola that I could put on that I could pay every month on my American Express. Then they could take the flip phone off my bill, and I would just get a bill for my high speed, and would be separated. And I was there for an hour, so I was in 2 different stores for 3 hours. Then finally almost didn't get one. Almost didn't get a smartphone. It was like I was Rip Van Winkle, and I just woke up for a long nap, and I was coming in, and I had a cotton gin. I was walking in. They couldn't sell me a smartphone. I thought I was in a Twilight Zone. I thought I'd be in and out in 10 minutes. You can't sell me a smartphone?
If you've gone that long without watching porn on your phone, you should just stay with the flip phone. Then.
But even with they still couldn't. They couldn't sell me an iPhone. They couldn't sell me an Android. They could only sell me the Motorola. That's it. They sell me that we can sell you because it's prepaid, but you can't get an iPhone of it. I said, this is you got to be kidding. And it's my fault because I waited so long to buy a smartphone. I should have bought one 10 years ago.
No.
But I had no idea it would be that. I couldn't believe I was there for 2 hours and walked out with no phone. At the one store, they told me to go to the other store. Maybe they could help you. Maybe, and then they almost didn't either. But it was like it literally was like I was Fred Flintstone and I got propelled into the future, and I was trying to buy a car. It was the craziest thing ever. These young people looking at me like, you got a flip phone? You on one bill? How long
Did you get to keep your OG number?
Yeah, I kept my number.
Yeah. Okay. The Verizon's good then. That's what it's all about.
My number, and they didn't know if they could transfer all my contacts from my flip phone. I was like, I can't lose all my contact, but then they were able to do it. So it was insane.
I would have loved to watch this happen.
It was insane. 2 hours, and I walked out empty-handed. I had to go back the next day to another store. I mean, it was like I just landed. They had no records of my existence. Where do you come from, stranger? We don't even have your fingerprints on file.
They were probably just like, this guy's old. It's just pass him along, story to story until he dies. He'll be dead in a couple days.
Exactly. It was like you were passing Grandpa here, go over there, Grandpa. Like I was some old man that was, I was trying to upgrade. I was trying to get cable TV for the first time or some crazy thing. It was ridiculous. I mean, and they were looking at me like I was nuts, and they kept calling supervisors up, and they tried to call Verizon corporate, and they patched them in. We were on a conference call. It was crazy. It was the craziest. One guy trying to buy a smartphone. It was like I was upsetting the whole company.
Let's do a future podcast where we just call like the Verizon helpline and then just put it on the table and then just do the rest of the episode, see how long it takes them to like actually answer us. They got my name, they'll probably hang up right away. They don't want to deal with me again. They definitely don't want to deal with me again. That's for sure. But it was the craziest thing. I don't know why the hell. I mean, I should have did it 10, 12 years ago, of course, but it was always my own fault, but it was hilarious. I wish it would have been on camera. It was the looks on her face, the looks on my face. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Me trying to buy a smartphone. Somebody's grandfather trying to buy a smartphone. Well, how do you like your smartphone now?
It's fine. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'm glad I got it, but I should have did it a long time ago. But it's just ridiculous that what I went through. I have no luck. This is after. The reason I canceled with you guys a couple of weeks ago. You guys were supposed to do the podcast. Was that
the cell phone?
No, that was my car. My transmission had to get fixed. My car was in the shop for 22 days. Jeez. 22 days getting fixed. They gave it back to me, said it was fine. It literally broke down on the way home. I didn't take it back. It was in 22 total days, my car. And now I'm terrified to drive it because I keep waiting for it to break down again.
What kind of vehicle is it? 1922?
No, it's a 2015 Ford Fiesta.
Oh, okay.
Really, a real good grandpa car. I'm driving
Fix or repair daily. Ford, it's fix or repair daily.
Yeah, you're right.
And you gotta cuss these people out. You know,
Yeah,
I think you're too nice to them.
Apparently, I am. They see me coming. They see me coming with a sign on my head. We can just blow this guy off. He's no big deal.
You go to Verizon, you look at the guy, whatever race he is, you say something very badly, specifically about him.
Well, he was white. And
Okay.
So easy.
I'm used to cursing out white people, so it would have been a layup. You're right. It would have been easy. It would have been a layup. But let's get off my pathetic life because it's hard. Did you see where measles is making a comeback? There's so many anti-vaccine people. Measles is making a comeback.
No, I didn't know that. No.
In Texas, there's this gigantic outbreak of me. I'm sure you saw that, didn't you? How smart as you are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of things like that are starting to creep back now.
Yeah, because people are anti-vaccine.
Is there a vaccine for the measles?
Yeah, Steve, you probably have it.
You had to. You wouldn't have went to school if you didn't have the MMR vaccine. Even I know, and I'm not very bright, but I've heard of the MMR vaccine.
Well, if everybody's vaccinated, then how come we still have the measles then?
Because
there was one person that didn't get it.
All it takes
So everybody on the whole planet has to get the measles vaccine, or it doesn't
not
work.
the whole planet, but in America, you probably can't get allowed in school. Most schools, if you don't have the MMR vaccine or the polio vaccine, you can't get in.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's
Polio,
terrible.
they're close to eradicating
Well, yeah,
polio.
they pretty much did.
They're almost
Yeah,
there.
yeah, they did, Jonas. But yeah, MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. Sure it is.
We have weak people because of the measles vaccine. We should just let the little kids have measles, go to school, take care of the kids who are weak, the measles kill them, and then just keep the strong
Steve,
kids.
you were probably one of the weak ones. You just had the vaccine.
I have no idea how I lived this long. No, I was definitely. Everybody thought I'd be dead before 8th grade. I can't believe I'm 59 sitting here.
Just pass a tariff to make so everybody has to get the measles shot. That's all. Just pass the tariff.
I don't think that's happening with this presidency.
He just put a guy in charge of the Health and Human Services who's anti-vaccine, which probably wasn't a great idea. But
No.
well, it wasn't the smartest idea, you know. I guess he wanted to have a Kennedy.
Hey, listen, I don't have kids. It's not my problem.
Yeah. Kennedys are cool. Kids suck and Kennedys are cool. So fuck
Kids
it.
suck, Kennedy.
Yeah.
See, the Pope is in a hospital. Pope is in critical condition. The Pope is in critical condition.
Keep saying that. Just keep saying it.
The Pope is in critical condition. Then I finally said something funny. It took almost a half an hour for me to finally say something funny on the podcast.
I hate the Pope. I'm sorry. Why is he gonna die?
He's got these bad lungs, and now he's got a kidney infection, and then they didn't think he was gonna make it through the night last night, but he did. Are either one of you Catholic or no? Either one of you?
No,
Hell no.
absolutely
No.
not.
So I'm the only Catholic. You're not Catholic, are you, Jim?
Sort of.
What do you
That's
say,
the most
sort-
Catholic answer.
Sort of.
Yeah, he's definitely Catholic.
So I'm the only Catholic. I was thinking if the Pope dies, they're not going to bury him. They're just going to move his body to another parish.
Yeah.
The Pope would want it that way, but I don't know. So now they're going to have another election. Those elections are nasty too. They're behind the door.
Is it an election? They don't just pick somebody?
It's like a top secret, I think,
have-
like voting system thing.
They have called the College of Cardinals. All the cardinals around the world come to Rome and they vote on who's going to be the next Pope.
They just made a movie about this, Conclave. It's a terrible movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was boring.
I didn't like it. And there were a couple stupid plot twists
Yeah.
that were just ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
I hope they do better in real life with this situation.
No, they probably won't. But yeah, I mean, the Pope is just about to die, and then they got to go through the whole stupid thing. Then when they finally elect the Pope, they to tell the world they elected the Pope, they shoot white smoke out of the Vatican chimney. That's the famous thing. That's the sign of you elect. I mean, that was from the old. It's a tradition from the old days. Now you can just do it on the phone if you wanted to, but it's the old tradition of.
How do they make the smoke white?
I told
God?
you I'm dumb. You're the smart one. I have no idea how they make smoke white. I have no idea.
Maybe that's what they're hiding in the
Maybe
Vatican.
they put a little cocaine in it. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know how you get white smoke, but they shoot white smoke out the roof. They've been doing it for years. So,
He's going to die soon.
that's what they're saying. They didn't expect him to make it last night.
Well, he got the measles shot, so he's pretty strong, you know.
Well,
Maybe.
He's 80-something, 85, 86. I don't know how old he is.
He was that liberal and that old?
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that's
All he did was say that gays aren't bad.
fucking liberal.
Liberal.
Hey, there was a time when you said gays aren't bad in the Catholic Church, they would have killed you. You wouldn't have to die. It would have been
true.
natural causes. It would have been suffocation with a pillow.
So does the next one have to be an Italian guy, or can it be
No,
anybody?
he was from Argentina. This Pope,
okay.
And the previous one, Benedict, was from Germany. And then, of course, Pope John Paul was from Poland. So
when are we going to get an American in there?
There's never been an American
The Pope of America.
There was a long series of Italian popes for years, but then they started going away from that. But there's never been an American pope. That would be. Can you
Wow.
imagine? I'm sure.
I think Trump will make
Trump
it
is
happen.
probably demanding an American pope.
Trump
I'm
will
sure.
put tariffs on the Vatican.
Yeah, I hope we get an old school one that doesn't like birth control. You know. That'd be cool.
It'll be maybe they'll blame the older boy scandal on Sexsomnia. They were they were having sex and they didn't realize that
Those
that
boys
could
were
be.
sleeping.
That could be. I saw where it was a big thing on the news. Nicole Kidman's house got broken into. Nicole Kidman, the actress. And I was thinking maybe it was Father Time just trying to tell her it was over. Maybe Father Time Mother Nature saying, look, Nicole, it's all over. I don't know, but her house got broken into. Or Tom Cruise trying to get some of her stuff back. Maybe, I don't know.
Father Time, that's a great line.
These headlines. My problem with watching stand-up comedy is I laugh at the setup before the punchline even gets there.
That's fine. I'll take any laugh. I'm a laugh for her. 35 years is a laugh for her. I'll
You
take
said
it.
Nicole Kidman got her house broken.
Her house broken, and she's married to, who's she married to? Keith Urban, the country singer Keith Urban. Yeah.
She's hot, right?
Well, she's getting a little bit older. She's still an attractive
She's
woman.
hot if you don't look at her too closely.
She's still an attractive, woman. I don't know how old she might be, in her 50s, I guess, by now. But,
she has no way.
yeah.
She has no way. She's not
she
hot.
was a very beautiful woman,
Yeah.
and I'm just making a joke about Father Time, but it just made funny. That's pretty scary when famous rich people can't protect their house. What chance does anybody else have? Like Patrick Mahomes and some of them athletes got robbed. If they can't, with all their money, they can't guard their house. The rest of us have no chance. You can get a break in any time.
Well, she doesn't own a gun, She's from Hollywood,
I mean, there's the call. But I'm saying if
she's
rich
getting
people,
those injections in her face.
oh yeah, if rich people can't protect, I don't understand. It used to be no way any celebrity could ever get their house broken into, like Sinatra and those guys. It never would have happened.
Yeah, they should be living on compounds.
It never would have happened. Nobody would have got anywhere near her.
Remember when she showed her boobs and Eyes Wide Shut?
She's been
cool.
nude in like, I don't know,
Yeah,
7
that
or
was
8
cool.
different movies.
Oh, okay. Well, that one in particular was really cool.
She's listen, it wasn't cool enough to,
She wouldn't get a job at Hooters.
exactly. It wasn't cool enough to save Hooters, but I mean, Hooters still went down, unfortunately.
I still get excited when they show tits in movies, because it's in 35 millimeters, really big. No
Well,
matter if
listen,
it's small tits.
at my age, I shouldn't, but I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm an old man, and I can't lie and say I don't still get excited. Be nice if I was a mature guy at the table saying, no, I'm hoping for more. I'm hoping for more famous nude scenes.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of Hollywood celebrities, you see where Trump, he named 3 Hollywood ambassadors from his administration.
Can we guess?
Sylvester Stallone,
Oh, nice.
Mel Gibson, and John Voight. Or his 3 Hollywood ambassadors.
Perfect sense.
I was thinking when you hear those 3 names, it sounds like Trump's trying to sell a screenplay in 1985. But those 3, I mean, that's the best he can do. He couldn't get. I guess no young people want anything to do with him. I guess.
So what do they do?
Yeah.
That's a good question. He named them as his ambassadors to Hollywood. They're probably going to do the same nothing they've been doing for the last 40 years. But I don't know what they're going to do to represent Trump in Hollywood. I can't imagine. It makes no sense. But he named him as his ambassador again, just to fuck with people. It's Trump. Now he's trying to fuck with Hollywood. He just wants to fuck with people.
Scott Baio was so pissed off right now. He's been sitting at home for 10 years supporting Trump
Scott
and no
Baio
love.
with Dean Cain is mad.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The other guy, Zachary Levi, who played the Shazam, he's a big...
Kid Rock, think about how much endorsement he did for Trump,
Kid Rock, he was on TV and he said, I don't like Trump, I love Trump, Kid Rock. But here's the thing about Trump. I think Dennis Quaid said it best. Dennis Quaid, the actor, he said, yeah, I know Trump's an asshole, but he's my asshole.
Oh.
I did not
great
know all these celebrities are pro-Trump. I knew about Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, he's pro-Trump and he's anti a few things too. We don't want to get into what he's anti. But
What is he anti?
He's anti a few things.
He's a lot of things.
He's anti a few things. In polite company, you probably shouldn't say it. But
I like his Jesus movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's anti the people who killed Jesus. Is what he's saying. That's what he's anti.
Wait, okay. That is based off of a drunken phone call with him screaming at his ex-wife for stealing half of his shit. And as a guy who's getting divorced, I can understand how it could get that ugly on a phone call. So that's all I'm saying. Okay.
Here's what I want to ask you. We're on the internet now with with my stupid podcast. Influencers. I don't understand influencers. Have you ever done something because one of these internet influencer did it? Did they ever influence you to do anything? Any influencer? I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm an influencer,
You
so
are
I
an
don't get
influencer?
influenced by other influencers.
The people out there following Steve Kain say, yeah, we got to be like Kain. I'm a Caney. Are there Canies?
Yeah.
I want to be a
Hell yeah.
Caney. You
can, you know?
That'd be cool to be a Caney. But have you ever done anything because one of these influencers? I mean, have you ever watched one of these Instagram or TikTok and said, yeah, I got to do that now? The influencer did it.
I mean, Steve's on this podcast, and I follow him.
Oh,
so
there
now
you
I'm
go.
on
You
this podcast.
did come here to be a
He
Caney.
influenced me.
Yeah, that's true. But I want to be a de-influencer. I want people to look at me and say, we're not doing that. We're not doing anything ever. We're not going to go. We're not going to have our car with a transmission 22 days. We're not going to have a hard time getting
We're not getting a prepaid Motorola.
Motorola smartphone. We're not doing any of that. We're not anything McGonigal does. We're doing the opposite. I want to be a de-influencer.
I think people already are doing the opposite.
I hope so. I hope it's called on. I desperately want to be a de-influencer. I want everybody. But unfortunately, I think John Ketzel sometimes tries to copy me, which is sad. I don't want anybody to copy me, but I think he does.
Are you going to crack a second water, Steve?
Yes, like a bottle of water.
Wow,
Are we going to address the water situation, or we'll just let the viewers wonder what's going on?
Let them guess. But you guys could have brought. I had a couple guys. Do you know Brendan Donegan and Ryan Foster? Do you know those guys?
Yeah.
They came and they brought beer with them. They sat here drinking. It was great. I mean, of course, I'm the old man. I was drinking water, and they were sitting here drinking. It was great. I mean, I encourage more people. Bring beer.
We have 7 bottles of water on this table right now. We're going to drink them all right now.
There's going to be a big line at the bathroom after this. Everybody's going to bum rush the bathroom as soon as this thing's over. Especially an old man like me. It's a wonder I haven't just gone right here, sitting as old as I am, with all this water. I mean, it could be bad. Well, we keep getting back to Trump. He wants to release the files on a Kennedy assassination, Robert Kennedy's assassination, Martin Luther King's assassination.
He said this last time.
He did, but he got talked out of it. Now he says he's not getting. Here's the thing. To me, it's going to be a big nothing. We're going to get nothing's going to be in. Nothing new is going to be in these files. Because if anything important was in there, they already shredded it.
Yeah.
They already got rid of it. So anything that's going to get released is going to be a big nothing. Just a lot of paperwork. And,
We already know what happened. Like, we know the government killed both of them, so why do we need proof?
I mean,
We know it.
for decades before the internet, all this stuff was kept on paper.
Yeah.
So they could have shredded it. God knows what they could have shredded over the years and gotten rid of it. It easily could have gotten rid of stuff. On all that stuff. So Area 51, even 9/11.
Did he say he's going to do any UFO stuff?
I think he did say something about the UFO stuff. Yeah, he did say, and he said about Epstein. He said he might release Epstein's client list too. That's
Just with his name redacted.
Yeah, of course.
Him scratched out, no Gibson scratched out. Sebasters.
And Bill Clinton's name written in 4 different times.
Yeah.
Over the ones he redacted, Clinton was there so many times. But it's going to anything that would have implicated anybody in the government is going to be they got rid of it a long time ago. They got rid of that stuff a long time ago.
Yeah, it dies with those men.
Yeah, exactly. It's already. I mean, it's 60 years now. We'll never know. God knows who was behind it. We'll never know. It's too late. But I mean, they can release it, but all the stuff has already been buried. There's no
We
way
were
we're gonna-
behind it, though. I mean, we know who was behind both those assassinations.
Well, we think we know, but we don't really know. Was it the government? Was it the Russians? Was it the Cubans?
Our government killed Martin Luther King Jr. and Kennedy. Just to let you, in case you didn't know.
There you go.
I don't have proof, just common sense.
I'll get a knock on my door tonight, buddy. FBI.
Yeah.
That'll be my luck. And then I'll try to show my smartphone, and
Yeah.
I'll confuse him with my Motorola prepaid smartphone.
And they're like, oh, sorry, we didn't realize you're not a threat.
We didn't realize you were that old. When they see the Motorola, they'll think I was around during the Kennedy stuff. I'm old enough to remember. They'll think I'm a witness. When they see that ad. Here's something I want to ask. Something else I don't understand besides influencers. Airbnb. people who rent their house out, the Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Would you ever rent your house out like that and have strangers staying at your house?
Only
like
if
that?
I had bed bugs.
There you go. There you go. That would be awesome. What a revenge on the world. Don't get a vaccine and have bed bugs and then invite people into your house. That would be awesome.
That's how we take over Canada.
Have you ever stayed at a Airbnb?
No, I think I've only ever done hotels.
You have stayed in an Airbnb?
Yeah.
How was it? It just seems weird to me. I wouldn't feel comfortable staying at somebody's house. I don't think.
It was just like one night with the guys. Dude was getting married. We're all like went to a strip club. That whole kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't remember.
Were you sleeping?
Yeah, did you have sexsomnia?
I had sexsomnia. Yeah.
But to me, it doesn't make any sense. I would never want to rent my house. I don't think, and I wouldn't be comfortable staying in one either. It's just a whole weird thing, Airbnbs. I don't know.
Oh, you've never some people live on people's couches. Like that's their whole life. It's just
Couch
going from one
surfing?
couch to
Yeah,
another.
I know a few comedians who are good couch surfers. I won't say their names, but they've been 30-year couch surfers. I know a few of them like that. There's no question.
You should say their names.
No. That's all we need.
I'll have you on my podcast and you can say their names.
Yeah.
That's all we need is to say somebody's name. But I didn't get Airbnbs. So, but then now that I'm being a de-influencer, now that I'm saying not to do it, people are going to do it. So it's going to be the opposite.
I feel like you must be one of those people that doesn't like taking a shit somewhere that's not your home.
No, that's not true because I couldn't tell you how many times I've had close calls, especially coming home from some of these comedy shows. One time I was driving down the Garden State Parkway, coming home from a gig, and I started getting that alarm, and I said, I'm going to shit myself. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then suddenly, I saw out of nowhere Connie Chung rest stop, 1 mile. So I floored it. I pulled in, I ran into it, and I just made it. It was a buzzer beater, and I just made it. The Connie Chung. I'm a big Connie Chung fan now. I did a Connie Chung rest stop. And I've run into Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts before.
Right. Oh, if you could do that, then you can sleep in my bed bug infested bed at
Well,
my house. Fine.
maybe I could. Back in my drunken days, I actually could have crashed anywhere. Now that I'm old and sober and miserable, I don't think I could sleep anywhere. I have insomnia, but if I'm gonna not sleep, it's in my own house. If I'm gonna stare at the ceiling all night, I want to do it in my own house.
Well,
I have insomnia. Sadly, I don't have sexsomnia. I have the bad one, insomnia. I have the one that no one wants. I have that bad one, the real bad one. So we talked about the whale a few minutes ago. The stories you get about shark attacks. You see the stories on every year the shark attacks. I don't know. Would you go? Would you be afraid to not go swimming because of sharks?
They don't fucking scare me.
You would still go in?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Would you be afraid to not go swimming because it might be a shark?
Last time I was at the beach, a guy drowned. So
Oh, there you go. Wow, that's a pleasant story.
I think I'm done swimming.
Wow. And I mean, were you close to it? Did you?
My boyfriend pulled him out, but it was too late. He was gone.
Wow, I've never had any kind of weird thing like that.
I don't know why I brought this up.
I'm gonna try not to laugh.
You should have brought that up at
real.
the beginning of the podcast. That's a great story. Your boyfriend actually pulled him out?
Yeah.
Wow. And he died.
He wouldn't do mouth to mouth. He wouldn't let you do mouth to mouth. Is that
how old was
that's
the
what
guy?
happened?
Probably like 30 something. His family was there. It was bad.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody like Oh, my
Yeah.
God. That must have been awful. Where was this at? I don't know.
Strathmore, and there's
Strathmore.
not lifeguards there, so
yeah.
he got pulled under, and then the lifeguards started coming, but they weren't there because it's a free beach. There's no lifeguards, and then
Strathmere. Wow.
pulled him out, but they tried to bring him back, but it was too much.
Wow. God, I've never seen anything like that where somebody died. Good Lord. That's horrible.
Think you got any vaccines?
Oh, my God.
He did not have the measles.
I thought I had bad luck. I'm seeing somebody die when you're trying to have a nice day at the beach. Holy cow, that makes my story about the phone seem nothing. It's pretty insignificant
all
now.
the work of going out there and like pulling the guy out. Probably got stung by a jellyfish or something like that. And then the guy just dies and all that
Wow,
effort for nothing.
holy
Yeah,
heck.
it was
Can you
quite
imagine?
upsetting. So
I imagine it was, yeah. Holy
I wouldn't recommend going to the beach to anyone.
Did you wait like 10 or 15 minutes before you started swimming again? Or did you,
Only because I had a sandwich.
did you still eat your picnic lunch on the bed on a blanket? I hope so. I hope you still. Good Lord. Wow. Well, that torpedoed the podcast even more than I had planned to. You know, that really torpedoed things.
Rest
You
in
brought up
peace.
the beach.
I did. It was my own fault. Everything's my fault. I agree.
Yeah, sharks are scary too, though.
Everything is my fault. Hey, we were talking about that video we watched earlier, the kayaker. Did you see the video of the hockey dad who went down on the ice? And there was these two teenage referees, and he was mad about one of the calls, and he knocked both of them out. He knocked both of these teenage referees out, this angry hockey dad.
I don't really go to hockey. I went to a hockey game once and I saw a guy die there. He got in a fight. And, no, I don't.
Was this in America or Canada?
No, it was in America. Some angry hockey dad. He went down on the ice and punched these two teenage referees, knocked them out. But these sports dads are crazy. These little league dads.
There was just
are
a
crazy.
fight recently in New Jersey, in Collingswood. Something about a wrestling match. A dad got in a fight and beat up three
With a
people.
kid?
Is this it, Jim?
Maybe. Oh,
What? Now he's gonna. Here comes the see the guy walking.
Oh, my
Here he comes.
God.
He's gonna hit. There's the one referee right here. Watch this. Boom! The kid goes down.
Oh, my
and then the other one comes
God.
over. The other kid comes over. There's the other one. There's the other referee.
what?
I thought he hit the other one too. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you don't only hit the one. The kid's there. There's the other referee.
Kids are gonna beat him up.
Oh.
Yeah, because you smack your head on that ice. That's serious.
Yeah.
I swore. I must have remembered the video. Only hit the one. Imagine this poor kid gets hit by some.
Oh, no.
Some angry dad.
Seattle. They don't get enough sunlight over there. He's probably low on vitamin D.
Yeah.
Probably one of Kurt Cobain's relatives coming down to beat somebody up. Kurt Cobain's angry nephew never got over it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'll laugh at anything. So if you show a child getting beaten or talk about someone drowning, I'm gonna laugh, and I feel bad
Well, that's
about
good.
it.
We need a good laugh here. You normally cancels here to laugh, but it's good.
Just
good
something
we-
funny about a grown man being a kid that's not his.
It's absurd, though. I had a guy I used to work with. He at a girls' softball, his daughter's softball game. He got so. I don't know what he said. He was down there screaming at the umpire. They banned him gave him like a 3-game suspension. And it's a girls' softball game, and he got like, and he was they suspended me like it was their fault. I mean, telling me what? You got suspended from a girls' soft? You're not allowed to go to the games?
You know, he showed up to the second game just to start trouble. You know?
How do you do that?
That's easy. You'd be like, oh, sluts or something like
Yeah,
that.
I feel like girls softball is probably the easiest game to get banned from.
Yeah.
God knows what he must have said to the umpire, but he.
It's the looks he gave. That,
He told her I'm a sexsomniac.
Maybe. Something else I wonder, we're getting back to Trump again. Trump is trying to get rid of this work from home, people who work at home. He wants people to show up to work. He doesn't want any more of that remote working.
yeah, fuck him. That's fucked up.
Do you do remote working? Do you work at home?
Sometimes.
Okay.
That's the best part of
Have
the
you
job.
ever done that, working remote?
I was given the option, but I do not have the self-control to do anything from
I've
home.
never had a job. I've always been blue collar. I've never had a job where I could work at home. But I can, like my father, if you'd have told him to work at home, he would have taken a pay cut to get away from me and my mother. He would have been happy to go to work he never would have wanted to stay home.
The whole point of working at home is that you're not working. You're just hanging out at home.
Of course, I get that, but I can't blame companies for saying, "Look, you got to come back to work. This is ridiculous. We're paying you, and you're hanging out, getting high, or looking at your phone. You're not working."
I'm not taking the man's side on this issue. Like, I don't. That's really not cool of Trump to do that.
The man.
I don't know. I don't get that work from home. I mean, I don't know why any married guy would want that. You think most married guys always were happy to go to work. They were happy to get away from the wife and kids.
That's because they used to drink bourbon at work
Yeah.
in the Mad Men days. It was fun.
Probably so. Probably.
Now they just get sexual harassment charges at work. I just stay at home and sexually harass your wife.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Probably true. So, I guess we got to talk about this maniac. Have you been following Kanye at all? Kanye West? I mean, just
I bought a T-shirt from his website recently.
bought a T-shirt from his web. Wow, see, so you are influenced. You say you are influenced by a guy. See that? He's crazy. I mean, it's bad when other rappers are pointing fingers at you. How bad is that to be when the other rappers think you're too crazy? I mean, that's pretty bad. when the rappers think you went around a bend, that's bad. That's bad. Are you a Kanye fan?
I wasn't until maybe the last couple months or so, maybe the last year.
Until we started doing it. I mean, him and Mel Gibson are getting together on the weekend and doing that.
Sending their hearts out to everyone.
Have you read the tweets?
No, I haven't. I haven't read the Kanye tweets.
Oh, it's great. He just clearly did a lot of meth and then just said whatever the fuck he wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like that he's saying he's autistic now. We got him on the team.
Hell yeah.
Him and Elon and Dan Aykroyd. We're going to take it over.
You have so much opportunity to say whatever you want and you're not taking advantage
No,
of it.
I should.
Did Dan Aykroyd say he was autistic? I didn't know that.
He actually did a very long time ago. And Elon went on SNL and said he was the first autistic person to host, but technically it was Dan Aykroyd.
You know that Elon, he's obviously a smart guy. Look at the success he's had, but you know he's crazy. You know that.
He's handsome.
He's handsome. Elon is handsome.
He's handsome.
No.
Oh, he's got 13 kids with 4 different women. So
Must be handsome.
the money is handsome. His bank account is handsome.
There's guys in Camden doing that same thing.
Women don't get with guys for money. He's handsome.
Yeah, did you see the one girl? She put out a. They got her text, his latest baby mama, and she was saying she showed it to her friend. I want to get Elon's baby. I want to get that rocket money. I want to get a rocket baby. Could you get that money he's got from SpaceX?
Yeah.
I want to get a rocket baby.
If I had that kind of money, I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, I'm not using condoms. Like, this is at your own risk type
When
of
you
thing.
want
I don't give a
13
fuck.
kids?
I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't have to raise them.
He had the one. He had the
Exactly.
one kid with him at the White House at one day. Little X.
Yeah.
The kid's name is X, and he changed Twitter to X. Everything is X with this guy. Everything is X with Elon Musk.
Yeah,
He's got
XXX. Get it? You know?
Ex-girlfriends. He's got everything is X with him.
Yeah.
Everything with
I like him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Him and Kanye, I like a
he's
lot.
another guy who just fucks with people like Trump. He just knows what he's saying is crazy, but he just likes to fuck with people. I mean,
Didn't he just send an email to like the all federal employees to
I
like
want you to
email him back?
explain what you
Like,
did in the last 5 days. And to see if your job is, and if you fail to respond to this email, will be taken as a resignation. He told him.
Oh my God.
That's pretty fucking cool, really. Yeah, I mean,
I've had bosses who were that hardcore, who were that hard asses. I've had bosses who were real hard asses like that. Holy cow. Well, we've done about an hour, and we hit just about every stupid subject we could hit, especially the Sexsomnia, which I'm going to be thinking about. And I think the big hit was my smartphone. I think that was the funniest thing. I think people got a kick out of the old man trying to buy a smartphone. It was like I was D.B. Cooper. I didn't exist. And we have no records. We have no records of you. Who do you show up in our store? But listen, we did about an hour, and I want to thank you for coming. Holly, thanks for coming. Maybe you come again sometime. Steve, thanks for coming a second time. I really appreciate. You guys got anything to plug? Any gigs or shows? I mean, a High Note every Wednesday, the great show.
Yeah, High Note every Wednesday. We just put out a flyer April 4th. We're going to be doing a show at the Union Firehouse in Mount Holly. We've got the very funny Paul Carson headlining.
Nice.
And a bunch of other local comics, some of the new guys. So that's going to be a good show.
Nice. And Steve, anything to plug?
you know, I've done a podcast now. I should just write down all my gigs so I could read them off because I do have gigs coming up. I don't know.
Are you doing a podcast now?
No.
Oh.
No.
But next time you come, make sure you...
Don't worry about my shows. Don't go to any of my shows. Just go to yay.com and buy merchandise from yay.com.
Check Steve Kain out on Facebook.
Yeah, he's on Facebook.
And me, you can you can check me out on all the socials. And March 14th, I'll be at the Bolton Center, Long Island, New York. Ooh. So if you want to come and be de-influenced, that's a good place to come. Folks, thanks to Holly Huff, Steve Kain, the great Jim Corhan. Thanks. We'll see you next time on the next dumb episode. Thanks a lot, folks. We appreciate it.
Comedy. Strange.